Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day. It is our Throwback Thursday, and we're going to throw back, starting out our show, to some fun that I've been sharing some clips of the Donaldson Hermitage Chambers Holiday at the Mansion for last year, and some of those same people are going to be back. But we're going to go to the bee's knees right now. She is the head Jurassicutus out at Donaldson Hermitage Chambers Holiday at the Mansion. It is over 90 vendors are going to be there. Terry Nutter, how are you? We got, do we freeze up? There we are. There we are. I can see you now. Hey, Terry Williams Nutter, you're standing outside there at the Mansion. You're getting everything ready for our event, right? Oh. Well, Terry, if you can see me, I'm going to come back to you. Well, technology happens. It does from time to time, but I'm going to check in with Tracy Hitz because she's standing by to get us ready for the weekend. How are you, girl, with the Hitz List?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Technology happens, rain or shine. And so, we just kind of do what we do, right?
Yep, been there.
We all have. But what's going on this weekend?
Well, again, I hate to tell people about things that are sold out, but Emmylou Harris at the Exit Inn tonight. Yeah.
Because our Exit Inn is going away as we know it.
Yes.
Now, I have heard the rumor that it will continue to be a music venue because the new owners are going to build up and keep a music venue below. We'll have to see how that turns out. It won't be the Exit Inn that we know, though.
I know. It's so sad. I mean, I love all that's going on in Nashville, but yeah, things just continue to change, and that's a sad one. But Emmylou Harris, again, it's sold out, but I just had to mention it, one, because I love Exit In, and two, because I love Emmylou Harris. So, and then Third and Lindsley, we've got Trey Lewis over there tonight, and then Leroy Parnell is at the Franklin Theater tonight.
Oh my gosh. He's the grooviest man in any room. Any room.
Yes, he's very cool. And then down at Bridgestone, you have it's the R&B music experience, but it's got Monica, Belle Biv DeVoe, Genuine, Drew Hill. Like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I love that all the old bands are coming back together and coming to the Bridgestone. So that one will be a fun one. That's tonight too.
I know. You're right. Because just like 90s country, 90s R&B is still popular too.
It is. I love it. And actually, sorry, that one's tomorrow. Leroy and the R&B Experience are tomorrow. But Saturday, you got the Steel Drivers. They're at the Caverns.
Oh my gosh. Hey, and if you do, stop by my friend Marla Sitton's place, the Amish Hippie, on your way. That's right there at the Mont Eagle exit.
That's awesome. And I met with someone yesterday, and they were telling me about the filming station, which I walk by all the time. I didn't really know what it was, but they have a magician on Saturdays. And so I guess it's a pretty cool mysteries and illusion show. It's a pretty small venue, but I guess they do it every Saturday, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to check it out one of these days to make sure. And then
fantastic.
Yes. And then our favorite, Ava Page, is singing the national anthem for the Predators game for the Hockey Fights Cancer night on Saturday.
Oh my gosh. That is incredible. Incredible. I love it.
Yeah, she does a great anthem, and it's such an emotional time for her. But she does a great job and sings in front of all those folks. Everybody loves her. They expect her to be there now, which is good. And she's cancer free, so they can expect to see her there forever. Then Sunday, you've got the Opry Next stage. That concert's up at the Grand Ole Opry, and as you know, the next is kind of the people that you should be on the lookout to be hitting the Opry, and so that's Priscilla Block, Breland, Nate Smith, Elvie Shane, Restless Road, Connor Smith, and High. So that's Sunday. Then you've got Scott Hamilton and friends at the Bridgestone Arena. I love him. He's so fun.
Yes. And his event is the best I've ever seen because it combines music and ice skating. And how can you not love that?
Yes. And he's such a legend, and he's just like a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw Chris Isaac is going to be at Grimey's doing his Christmas album release with a performance, which is pretty special. Chris Isaac, again, going back a little ways, but still a cool dude. And I'm sure his Christmas album is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday, you've got Christmas for Kids, of course, that you're hosting at the Ryman. Phil Vassar, Chris Young, the frontman. Anything else we need to know?
Well, November 20th, 7:00, I'm going to be at Debbie Champion's Writers Night. I'm going to be playing, but I'm only playing because it is Jerry Foster's birthday. Hall of Fame songwriter. He's the bee's knees, always the best dressed in any room. He and his beautiful wife will be there, and we're celebrating his birthday. I'm certainly not the prize of performance, but I will tell you, I will be there because I will have all the love that I have possible for Jerry Foster because it's his birthday, and he's still just rocking it. Still
that is
rocking.
awesome. I would say rare appearance for you. People are going to definitely want to show up for that. I think you are amazing. So,
well, thank you. You came to my night at the Bluebird a while back. So
I did. I loved it. I thought you were great.
Thank you.
And then two things that are kind of ongoing for a little while. The rooftop at the Bobby Hotel is back. It's the Camp Bobby. And so they have like the igloos, and it's like 70s kind of theme, but it has the winter kind of pop-up experience. Those are going to start coming up, but that's a fun one. And then at Woolworth Theater, I don't know if you've heard, you probably have, but it's a kind of a stage production where they celebrate the women of country, but it's called She Believed She Could.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. So that's going on starting, it's like every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday through the end of the year.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, by the way, if you've got a stage you're trying to fill, did you know that Essex County is in town for Christmas for Kids? So, you know, we know them formerly as the Bass Brothers. But if you have a stage to fill, you call me, and you know, because they're in town for a very limited time. They're only here for till the 24th. But incredible! They're going to be at Christmas for Kids at the Ryman. So do not miss that performance. They're leaving town on the 24th, so don't miss it.
Awesome.
If you are an artist in town and you're trying to get your brand on, you need to call Tracy Hitz, hitsandbranding.com, because that's what she do. And the Hitz List is how she gets us to do things in this town that are very cool. So thank you for your time, and thank you for all that you put into this, because, man, you research the best things to do.
Well, I just want people, like I said, we were talking over the weekend that people kind of come to Nashville and they're not sure exactly, like, kind of do it like a local. Like, I'm all for doing definitely the touristy things, but every once in a while you got to pop in something local too. So I love being able to share that with people.
I'm thrilled. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you. Hey, by the way, tomorrow night I'm going to be at the zoo because the Nashville Zoo's Zoo Illumination starts. And watch my personal page because I'm going to be appearing live. Hey, we're going to try to check in with Terry Williams Nutter with Donaldson Hermitage Chamber right after this. Bye, Tracy.
Bye.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
I love it. Terry Williams Nutter. We got so much stuff going on, and you're standing in front of the mansion, Two Rivers Mansion, where tomorrow kicks off the holiday. Give me my name again. Holiday Market at the Mansion. I go, my dyslexia comes in every now and then. It's like holiday mansion at the market. No, no, no. Holiday market at the mansion. And you're standing out in front of Two Rivers Mansion. And what time does it kick off tomorrow?
9 a.m. We're 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow and Saturday.
And I actually had the video from our visit last time. Is my driftwood guy going to be back?
Now, I am not sure about that. I've looked through the list, but there are over 90 vendors. I did.
That's why you don't know, because there's 90
that's
of
why
them
I don't
this
know.
year.
And also Maria Moth, you know, she's the one that coordinates all this. She's the chair for our chamber. She's the chair of the event, and she puts together all these incredible vendors.
Oh,
I did note a few things that were really, really interesting, like ox cart dreams. We're having a blacksmith and coppersmith out here this time, and
wow.
There's a little kids boutique. Several really interesting things that weren't here last year, and of course we've got food trucks and a coffee cart.
Oh, last year, Mad Joe Roasters was there, and I bought coffee to take home. Those people, man, they had it going on. They kept me going. They kept me fueled last year.
I saw your spot earlier this week from your footage from last year, and he is back this year.
Oh, y'all, it's so cool. And the lady that makes guitar string, jewelry, jeans, and she's, you know, I mean, there's so many great Donaldson Hermitage vendors, but then you pull from outside the market too, the people who are just come in, because this is one of the best markets ever. I heard that over and over and over, Terry. These vendors, they kept coming back because they said this was the best market that they had been to.
Oh gosh, I love to hear that. You know, we created this in 2020 because vendors didn't have a place to display and sell because of COVID. And we started with 25 vendors. Last year we doubled that with 50, and this year we're at over 90. And I think that just does say, you know, what a quality event it is. It's free and free to the public. And, you know, it's only a donation for parking, and that goes to benefit our McGavock High School band boosters. So, you know, it's a win-win for everybody.
And let me tell you about the parking. You guys handle that so beautifully, and having the people that volunteer to help people get in and out, it just worked like a charm. There were no problems. It was so smooth. And I will tell you, there is another holiday market that takes place this kind of time of year down at the fairgrounds or whatever. And I'm going to tell you, you can't move. And I'm going to tell you, it was miserable for me. I went one time and I will never do that again. And if it's your jam, that's fine. But you can move so easily. You will find as many wonderful things as you can even imagine out at the holiday market. I'm going to get all the details and I'm going to put it on the screen so everybody can see it. Two Rivers Mansion, November 18th and 19th. That's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. You want to get there when all the supplies are there, because last year, guess what happened? People sold out. They had one lady I met. She goes, I sold out everything on Friday. I don't know what I'm going to do.
We had a kettle corn vendor that sold out everything, left early so that she could go home and create more kettle corn to bring back on Saturday.
And she did. I know. And it was so good. I'm going to tell you, it was some good kettle corn. And Donaldson, tell people how they can find the Two Rivers Mansion, in case they're not like me and a native.
It is on McGavock Pike, 3130 McGavock Pike, in the heart of Donaldson. If you get off of Briley Parkway or Two Rivers Parkway, either way, you're going to come up to McGavock Pike and take a left, and it will be on the left just after you pass the huge, beautiful McGavock High School.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for your time today, and I will see you this weekend, okay?
Thanks, Devin. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Bye. It's time for our daily yummy Pick TN, Pick Tennessee products. I love what they do. My friend Tammy Allgood works for the Tennessee magazine, and she's also the home economist for Pick Tennessee products. Just take a look. Let's talk about how to cook those wonderful winter squashes and pumpkins and all those good things. It's way easier than probably you even imagine.
We all love winter squash and pumpkins, but sometimes cutting into these can be very difficult. So one of the ways to do this easily so that you don't have to cut into this when it's all wobbly and everything on your cutting board is to roast these whole. Now, the key to this is that you need to make sure that you're not using a flimsy baking sheet. You need one that's very sturdy because this is going to be heavy. It's lightly greased on the bottom so that this does not stick to the pan. And then you can do several at one time and just stick these in the oven. You're going to preheat your oven to about 350. And then all you need to do is make sure that a ice pick can stick in there. It's going to take about an hour. But again, the larger ones might take a little bit longer. So you may be pulling some out and leaving some in. It's been 1 hour. So now we're going to test all of these and see if they're ready. That one's ready. This one's ready. Ready? Again, just use an ice pick to do this. This one is not. So this one will go back in. These are ready to slice open. And then you're going to see how easy it is to cut these. And again, just scoop out as normal the seeds and the fibers, and you've got a roasted winter squash that's ready to use.
I got to host an event at Green Door Gourmet recently. I didn't host it. I judged, and it was a corporate event, and they had a food competition, and I got to meet Brandon Frone. He is a chef here. He's got a restaurant in Mount Juliet, and he just opened up a new special kitchen, a partnership in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and he also is part of our Daily Yummy.
If there was one dish I could eat every day and never get tired of it, then it's this brown butter pumpkin cavatappi. It's my ultimate comfort go-to. So we'll start this recipe by frying sage and brown butter. If you've never made it, it's super easy. Just melt butter over medium heat until it's foamy and smells nutty. Reserve the brown butter because we're going to add that back to the pasta later. Now we'll just saute some mushrooms and chicken sausage, and we're going to season that with chili flake, lots of garlic, fresh rosemary, chicken stock, organic pumpkin puree, and coconut milk to make it creamy. Give it a stir and add a pinch of Maldon sea salt, fresh Parmesan, and toss in your pasta. Here I'm using Bonza chickpea cavatappi, but you can use anything. Finally, I just add the reserved brown butter and stir in some fresh kale. Now we'll just plate it up and hit it with lots of fresh Parmesan, our fried sage, and there you go, food fam, brown butter pumpkin cavatappi.
You can find him on Instagram, Frone, F-R-O-H-N-E, Frone Eats on Instagram and on Facebook. Brandon, that is so good. Now I know how to cook squash and pumpkin and things like that in an easy way. Thank you, Tammy Allgood. But what do you do with it after that? Well, that was a recipe that I could really wrap around. Hey, Tennessee Performing Arts Center has a great season planned, a great family gift. Get season tickets or tickets to a show in advance.
Les Miserables, still the world's most popular musical. Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables.
January 10th through 15th at Tennessee Performing Arts Center. Tickets available at tpac.org today.
They've got Blue Man Group. They've got tons of great shows, but I got to see Les Miserables there at TPAC, starring none other than Gary Morris. The Tennessee Performing Arts Center has great shows. Their version of Phantom of the Opera was better than when I saw it in Los Angeles when it opened with Michael Crawford, who originated the role of the Phantom. And I'm telling you, it was so great. Hey, checking in. Corinne is with us from Buffalo, New York today. Hi, Corinne. And Gina joins us now from Grove City, Ohio. Hi, Gina. Good morning from the borough. Elizabeth is with us. Elizabeth did a beautiful job with Terry Pugh, and I do a show every Wednesday, usually called Launch Date. And I had a thing that I had to do for work. And so she and Elizabeth did it yesterday. So it was fantastic. Oh, Mona Bagsby in. Y'all, if y'all got something to talk about on this show and you have a business that you need some little, zhuzh it up a little bit, you get in touch with her, at mainstreetmediatn.org. Mona, I'm not going to tell everybody your phone number. You get enough phone calls. Email her. She'll get right back to you. Angie is with us. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And thank you. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to be at the Writers Round celebrating the birthday of Mr. Jerry Foster, songwriter extraordinaire, on November 20th at 7 o'clock is my time, but it's a whole night of music celebrating the best of the best. Let's see who else is with us today. Oh, fun. The zoo should be a fabulous night. I'm going on Friday night. I'm going again in December. So if you can't go Friday night and join us and meet us there, you can just walk through the park with us. Won't that be fun? We're going to go see it opening night. I cannot wait. Good morning, Johnny Vinoker. Oh my goodness. And let me see. I know Brandon Fraun comes up with the best recipes ever. So I'm glad you like that too. I like when they can fix pumpkin or squash in a way that's kind of a little bit different. And then I like the places that make things exactly the same, the traditional way. Let's talk about Puckett's Grocery. Music and magical Southern cuisine that is done the old-fashioned way. Don't miss the banana pudding.
Hi, I'm Andy Marshall, owner of Puckett's Grocery and Restaurants. We now operate 5 restaurants throughout Middle Tennessee. Our first restaurant was in Leaper's Fork. We bought it about 15 years ago, operated as a little country grocery store, and slowly converted it to a restaurant/grocery. Out of that, we found our way to downtown Franklin with a brand of Puckett's and opened our first full-fledged restaurant here in Franklin called Puckett's Grocery and Restaurants. We then went from there to downtown Nashville, where we've met great success operating on the corner of 5th and Church. Making all things from scratch and all things Southern has fit really well there in Nashville. That success then led us to open a boathouse here in downtown Franklin at 1st and Main. That's been in operation for a couple of years now, and it's been a great success story for us, expanding our brand. Then we went back to Columbia and opened up Puckett's Grocery and Restaurant there on the square. And most recently, we opened up and purchased the building on Main Street called Gray's. Gray's on Main now is operating as a Southern upscale restaurant, and we look forward to great things coming from it also.
TheMickeyBell.com. Check it out. He's going to be taking his hometown clean comedy to the Fort Payne Theater in the first week of December, and hope you'll get tickets. If you want some good clean comedy and you live east of town, maybe you're my northern Alabama folks, you know exactly where the Fort Payne Theater is. And you also know where the Ryman is and where I will be on November 21st.
Christmas for Kids is back at the Ryman this November 21st. Christmas for Kids provides children with shopping sprees, coats, and unforgettable experiences every year. This annual fundraising concert helps bring that experience to more kids. This year is hosted by Phil Vassar and includes Chris Young. The frontmen, which is Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star, Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas, Essex County, and a whole lot more. Christmas for Kids, November 21st. To purchase tickets, go right now to Ryman.com.
The vegetated area alongside a stream is called the riparian zone or streamside buffer. It provides habitat for wildlife, filters runoff, regulates water temperature, and holds stream banks in place. Streamside buffers also guard against property loss due to erosion. Some properties within the city may have a regulated water quality protection areas protecting this area. If you live on a streamside property developed since 2008, you may have a water quality protection area on your property. To learn more about water quality protection areas or to set up your own streamside buffer, search Murfreesboro Water Resources Streamside Buffers.
One of the interesting trends in healthcare is a shift to value-based care, paying for outcomes. Today in healthcare, we pay for every service, for every activity. That creates an incentive for more activities. What it does is it drives real services that are meant to help people, not to check a box. And those are the kind of things we're excited about.
Today we're here to launch the Health Valuation Lab, a partnership between Vanderbilt University Medical Center and Vanderbilt University Owen Graduate School of Business with the Entrepreneur Center, a total game changer for those programs that are looking to accelerate the growth of early-stage healthcare companies. One of our primary roles at Project Healthcare is making sure that we're connecting the entrepreneurs and the companies to the industry. We get to know the industry by bringing them in to the EC to share their strategy and innovation processes with us.
Bringing people who are interested in understanding healthcare innovation and healthcare companies, people that are both on the policy side and those that are understanding the regulatory aspects that go in with that, and then also the business side, and actually being able to understand how do you evaluate a company, how do you make a company be successful.
When we're thinking about buying another company, it's really important to understand how would it help the whole company grow. We don't really just care to buy companies that have more revenue. Our business model is more about how do we improve health outcomes, and how do we generate more savings in the healthcare system. So the companies that we look at from a valuation standpoint are really questions about epidemiology and health economics. We want to know if we implemented the thing that we could buy, what would the impact of that be? So for us, valuation is really rooted in what do we think is going to happen if we let these entrepreneurs loose in our company and give them more capital? And how much money should we put to that, and when do we think that will pay off?
To bring academics, students, and the industry together in order to allow students the opportunity to learn how to do a full-scale 360-degree company evaluation. And so we have put together a group of students and put them into teams to partner with the project healthcare companies, and they will be doing a full-scale valuation of each company that they're assigned to.
We invited Dr. Melinda Bunton from the Vanderbilt University Department of Health Policy to present on policy and the regulatory environment in healthcare. The three organizations got together after that meeting and worked on a plan to develop a permanent offering called the Health Valuation Lab for students, faculty, community resources, and our entrepreneurs.
I think this is the kind of thing that happens in Nashville. So you have a couple people who can really make something new happen, and who knows where it will go from here? Who knows where these companies will go? Who knows where these students will go? We'll all have participated in something unique that we're doing here.
When we, a couple years ago, decided to really set up an office here in Nashville, we knew that we needed to connect to the community, and what better way to do that than through the EC. And the EC is influencing what's happening tomorrow. We're hiring the next generation of transformationalists. So it made perfect sense for us to partner with in this project, because we agree with what they're doing and we're trying to do the same thing. So you get a lot of synergy when you come together with the community, and you don't just stand an office building up and put a sign up and say we're here. We're really trying to engage with the community in ways that influence and impact healthcare, not only in Nashville and in Tennessee, but across the country and globally.
I think that really when we look at Nashville today, there's so much opportunity, and to bring the different groups together, whether they be from Vanderbilt, from startups, from the Nashville Entrepreneur Center, that is the real magic of Nashville, is that collaboration, and that's what the promise of this program brings.
So, I got a DUI. Mom, Dad.
Why didn't you just call someone for a ride?
I wasn't thinking ahead. I didn't think I was gonna get caught. Yeah, my best friend Tim.
Still coming to my bachelor party next month?
This DUI cost me 10 grand, so no. Yeah, you, in the back.
Did you know I almost died when you hit me?
I didn't think this would affect so many people.
You think it was worth it?
No more questions.
Closing our show now. Man, that's a wrap. A lot of things going on in the weekend, and Thursday's the new Friday. So if you guys want to join me, my ride or die, Mona Bagsby, and I are going to be at the Nashville Zoo tomorrow, early, probably right, but when the lights go down on the city, that's when we're going to be there. And so we're going to probably be walking around about 6 o'clock. So if you guys want to join us at the park, you'll see us because we'll be loud, because we always are wherever we go. And you can be go to NashvilleZoo.org to get your tickets. Remember, don't drink and drive. And most of all, know that there's a really cool town that you can be a part of. And my Nashville is not just Nashville proper. It's all the places we have newspapers at Main Street Media. To find out all that we're doing, download the free app. Not everybody has Facebook, so you can get Main Street Media TV. That app right there. And you can get it, and you can follow all the shows that we do. Our sports shows, which start right after I get finished, and they go on all the way to George Plaster at night from 4 to 7. So be safe, everybody. Be kind. And remember, most of all, you are loved. Have a great rest of your day.
We are home. We are family. We are things to do and places to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main Street today.